Hello everyone and welcome to the dev stream of Grey Zone Warfare. Welcome to the Madfinger Games HQ. My name is Jakub, I'm the community manager as always. This time I'm joined by Jacek, our lovely QA lead.
Hello.
And by Petya Cihelka, our lovely game designer. We realized that after all your questions last time, we need a game designer here because we don't know much, about some of
Yeah.
the secret plans. So that's why you're here.
I don't know either.
Okay, but still, guys, you can definitely ask your questions about the game design in the chat, and we're going to do our best. That's all I can promise for now. Uh, Off the bat, I'm going to tell you what we're going to be discussing on today's stream. We are first of all we're going to be yapping a little bit about all the events where where you guys are actually going to have the chance to meet us in person. So that's coming. Then we're going to be talking about the hotfix 321. No, 0321. This is a hotfix that was released this week. We're also going to be talking about the patch 033. This is a patch that is currently available for testing. So we're going to tell you about that, how to join the testing, what to expect, and so on. And then we're going to be talking about all the other patches that are coming until we go dark and focus on developing 0.4. 0.4, by the way, is already under development, but we're still trying to stabilize the game, polish all the things, catch all the bugs and so on. Jacek will tell you all about that. So that's what awaits you in the first half of the stream, and then we're going to do something slightly different that we haven't done before. We're going to be talking about a very special event that happened last week. Was it last? Yeah, it was last week, right? The team building.
Really now.
Yeah. So all the more reason why Petya is here, because Petra was one of the people who organized the event, and it was a very special event, and we'd definitely love to share some of the stories from that event with you guys as well. And once that is done, we are going to move to our stations and play the game, chat about the game, answer your questions and stuff like that. And we're going to be joined by very two lovely people, our community leaders. This is Led Farmer and Full Throttle DG. So a lot to look forward to. So I think that we can jump right in unless you guys want to say something.
Uh,
I don't think so.
Any family members to say hi to?
uh, Not really. Today I'm see already. I'm rapping Legia. I see in the comments we have some fans.
Okay.
So,
Hey,
yeah.
we have 420 people watching.
Yay!
Yay! All right. Hey guys, it's really lovely to see you all. Virtual Yoda. Hello. Gucci. I see all the lovely people. So it's lovely to see you here. It really does feel like a family reunion once every 2 weeks. So yeah, let's talk about some of the things. So I said that we're going to be talking about some of the events where you guys can meet us in person. First one being, it's not going to be very easy to reach us there, but we're going to be at China Joy 2025. We said that last week already. This is an event which is in Shanghai, I believe, and it's at the beginning of August. And speaking of August, we have one other major event in August, and that is Gamescom 2025, where we are going to be in the business area. the
But
business the business area is not accessible to the standard tickets, but there might be some things that we can do to sneak you in. We cannot promise anything, but we'll do our best. If you meet us there, say hi, take a picture with us. You might receive something as a thank you for being cool, and we might even allow you and try to smuggle you into the business area. So we'll see about that. And something new about Gamescom, what we're actually trying to prepare right now is some sort of community meetup. So please keep an eye out on our social media, because we are going to be telling you all there is to know about how to actually get into this community meetup. We want to organize something. I don't know if it's going to be a party or if it's going to be some, pub or something very ghetto like, just sitting in a park with with a couple of brewskis. But we're going to do something nice,
in
and
the cathedral,
not in the cathedral, that is illegal, but we're going to be there, and we would love to be there with you guys. So yeah, keep an eye out on our social media. All right. So that's about the events. Now, something really exciting that I want to tell you about is that last time we were here, we were talking and we were inviting you guys to participate in the community events. The community events being events that are organized by the community with the access to custom servers. The community game masters, this is Infinity SWAT, Tai, and Altair. They are organizing these events weekly, and last week was like the first test of a massive event 126 players, and of course, if you have this number of players, the first event that you think of is horde mode, right? So this is what the guys organized. Couple of heavily armed people against overwhelming numbers of people that are equipped only with knives and smoke grenades. So this is what's happening on our Discord server, and as soon as this video finishes, we'll tell you where you can learn all about the upcoming events. Yeah, look at that. We need to.
It looks really cool.
It looks like a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, like the absolute mayhem. Look at that. Yeah, and you can notice that the people are also using the free cam to capture all these really cool shots. So free cam is part of the custom server as well. So yeah, this is not your standard every move matters experience.
Did the server survive actually?
The server did survive.
Nice.
There are still a couple of issues that need to be ironed out with the custom servers. That's why we're not heavily promoting it, like and giving it to all the people that we would love to give it to. When all these people converge to one location, uh, chaos ensues, of course, but there are some issues, of course, like memory issues, and these memory issues are mainly manifesting themselves through audio issues. So that's something that we need to figure out still. But yeah,
Sounds
guys, soon you guys will be able to soon you will be able to run these events, hopefully more often. In the meantime, I would encourage you once again to go to this thing. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Oh, there it is. Oh, Grey Zone Warfare. So gzwevents.com. Our lovely community game masters are organizing all the events there, and you can also find some other really cool info. All right, get out of here. Okay, cool. Thank you. So yeah, so that's happening, and yeah. So I teased this blah 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 community event. Yeah, there is of course going to be another one on this weekend. These guys are usually combining PvP events and PvE events. So if you're a PvE enjoyer and don't really want to get your shit pushed in, as they say, you can definitely find events that are more up to your speed. So, okay, that's about that. And now let's get serious, because we have been busy once again and released a really important hotfix.
Yes, but more importantly, we have 3.3 on experimental now.
Jacek, do you want to share something about, first of all, the 0321 hotfix?
Yeah. So 3 to 1 was our attempt to fix the RAM and VRAM nicks. Unfortunately, we didn't have any luck, but what it brought up was analytics that will help us to prevent and take another step, to fixing the issue for good, hopefully. Other than that, I don't think there was much. We fixed some crashes again.
Yeah.
But the biggest step for 3 to 1 was the improved analytics system that unfortunately you cannot see, but it's really important for us and for the developers and for our optimization team to see where do you peak, because we can see, uh, how quick you went to the top of your RAM basically, and with what you did. So
Yeah. And
QA can go and try to reproduce.
and we can see when you peak just in the game, just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
clarify. Okay. So yeah, now the important part, the something that we need to talk about for sure is the experimental of 330, right?
Yes,
This is something that's been launched earlier today.
yes.
And for you guys that are wondering if you can help us test it, yes, you absolutely can, and you absolutely should, because it is helping us and therefore the game a lot. And the best way to do that is to navigate to our Discord server,
Yes.
which is discord.gg/Grayzone Warfare.
I will trust you with that. I don't know.
Okay, not smart. But yes, on this Discord server, you will be able to learn everything there is to learn about the experimental and how to join it. That's that. And now let's talk about what are all these changes that are part of the experimental. Okay, gameplay changes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, coma duration is going to be prolonged to 5 minutes. Why we're doing this is that we want to give you, well, why are we doing this, Petya?
Yeah, so the time when it takes you for you to die in the coma was set basically that you were given as quick of a response of your teammates as you could. But it turned out that taking out the enemies, dragging you to safety, all of that added up together to be not enough. So prolonging it now gives you the time to pull the player out of the danger zone and to heal them up too. Before it was you had to get there and hope that no one gets you when you.
Yeah. So hopefully a welcome change. The other change that we're introducing in terms of gameplay is tracking tags can no longer be attached to storage cases, which is a little bit silly, but yeah, I mean, what to say about that?
Well,
You can still attach them to grenades, which is fun.
yes. The thing is that because of the way how our items are labeled, there are kind of two types of the inventories. You have the wallet and keychain, and then you have the cases. So what we basically allowed was to put it onto any of those inventory spacing having things, and we reduced those that are just in your stash.
Right.
So now it's only on those that you can take out.
Okay.
At least
And
should be. I hope.
okay. And this is something that is well, maybe you can tell me why this change was introduced, but when you're running the game for the first time, the default game mode is going to be warfare rather than joint operations. Why are we doing this to the poor newbies?
The PvEVP experience is the original intended one.
Mhm.
So that was always supposed to be the one where you're defaulting to. It is the dangerous part. And if you find out that's not for me, you can go and be like, yes, I want to do joint operations. That's more my jam.
Okay.
And if you know coming into the game that you are looking for the PvE experience, there are some people who actually enjoy Grayzone because of the PvE experience. Then you know to switch it beforehand.
Yeah, yeah. If if you get killed immediately or something like that, you can always like tone it down a little bit. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Another gameplay fixes that we should talk about are I'm not going to go through all of them because once again these are pages upon pages of improvements and fixes. Everything is going to be revealed in the patch notes, right? But what I can mention is some of the things that you guys have been complaining about a lot. So we have fixed the issue which caused the vulture's location not to sync properly on all servers. You know, people sometimes were having trouble locating vulture and so on. Fixed an issue causing the AI NPCs to spawn indefinitely at the gas station east of Fort Narif. That was
That was not good.
that wasn't good. We saw
fun, though.
It was funny.
It was funny.
it was funny if you were not the person recording the footage that we were reviewing, right? Because it was like an assembly line, you know, AI after AI.
It was immersion breaking. You could farm some things from them, even though it's not too high a value. It was not a good bug. It's good that it fixed.
Yeah. Regarding Vulture, one other fix, we fixed an issue where Vulture was only available to the faction that captured the cop last on PvE servers. So also PvE servers and some fixes to Vulture were introduced. Oh yeah, this is a big one. We fixed an issue, and some people didn't even realize this was an issue, where hitting the enemy with your mortar blast created a conflict zone.
Well, that was the main issue there. It was the fact that it was still following the same rules. So if you mortared someone from far away, it popped the conflict zone somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah, that's true, that's true. But
Very useful. Thank
but
you.
you know what? Like some people were actually. I remember many of the clips that were actually people were, like trying to find out whether their mortar hit or not by the conflict zone appearing somewhere
Yeah.
in between. You know. So yeah. Uh, we fixed an issue where sometimes a member of full squad was unable to board the helicopter under specific circumstances. That was a bitch of a bug.
Yeah, it, it was annoying, and we heard you guys, and yeah, finally it should be fixed.
So if you encounter that, let us know.
Take your squad, go to experimental, have fun, fly around.
Yes,
You know.
yes, fly around together with your squad finally. Yeah, but these are the bugs that we hate to see because like we really want the game to be like enjoyable with your friends, and by not allowing you to enjoy the game with your friends by boarding the helicopter that should take you to the fun places, that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, this is a big one. Audio issues with the shots, right? Issue where recent enemy shots could be heard again after respawning.
Yeah, this was annoying, and finally, hopefully, it's fixed. But you never know. You need to go to experimental and check it out for yourselves.
Thank you for promoting the experimental so much. Yes, you are actually making Jacek's life way easier. So please follow his lead and.
I mean, we're pretty confident with this one, to be fair. So the questionnaire is simple, but what is interesting for us right now is if we didn't miss anything. So on our if you didn't go to experimental and you don't know how the form looks, go check it out. You can also submit issues there that you can repro. So do the form, play on experimental, have fun, fly with friends.
Hey, we have. I'm seeing a message here. Do they even know that YouTube stream got nuked? What's that about?
Violated community
Guidelines?
guidelines.
Because of what? Because of what?
Oh, it's probably censoring Legia now.
All right, so guys, if you're here from YouTube, welcome. We don't know why Jacek's legs are probably too sexy.
Ah, shit.
Our legs are
You
too sexy for
welcome.
YouTube. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. We're going to upload the VOD obviously on
Yeah,
YouTube, but for now, this is what you're stuck with.
YouTube was not prepared for the mullet.
Nobody was prepared for the mullet. All right, so
Is something wrong?
in terms of animations, guys, um, we oh, this was something that I really wanted to have fixed, and that's the NVGs. When you're putting down the NVGs, the hand was
Yeah,
missing,
we
right?
finally fixed the hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was fixed. Another bunch of fixes pertaining to animations. Fixed where animation where hand and the bolt were not moving in sync during the cocking animation. This is
This is fixed, but this might happen due to players ping or if the server is slow. So like this issue was an issue, but it still can occur if you have slow internet, basically. So be aware. Like we know that sometimes it might happen. Fortunately, when your ping comes back, the animation will be played correctly.
mhm.
So yeah.
There's a bunch of rendering and visual fixes as well, like a fixed a graphical artifact showing oversized reticles outside of the weapon in third-person view. This is something that we experienced
And
2 weeks ago
yeah.
on the stream. It looks hilarious, but sadly, it's fixed now. Adjusted the brightness and clarity of holographic sites on various graphical presets. Am I right?
Probably.
I don't think I touched that one. I think it's the other one, other guys who did those.
Okay. Uh, oh yeah, this is something that actually this next point caused some uproar in the community because they immediately started like be worried, and that is that vegetation density on lower graphical settings, the density was lowered, right? And people were saying, "Oh my God, are these guys are going to get unfair advantage by not seeing by seeing people hiding in the grass?" Can we have the medium settings? Yeah, so this is the change we're talking about. We believe that it is not going to do that. So the change is barely noticeable, but it is going to save some resources.
Yeah, it is one of the things that when we were designing Gray Zone, it was in the design team a discussion about this, and we all agreed that you shouldn't be able to gain an advantage with the settings. There are some games. I think it was an example from PUBG when someone was
Yep.
complaining they were crawling through the field of like tall grass and they headshot it. And they find out that if you are standing like 100 meters away, you turn on lawn settings, you see a beautiful empty field, and upon that is a guy who thinks he's hidden. So that's what we were trying to avoid.
Yeah.
And if we find out that this is way too much, we'll probably touch that up.
Once again, we're going to be listening to your feedback. So if you have your opinions, which I'm sure you guys are going to have some, share them with us. And first of all, join the experimental to experience it.
Always join the experimental.
Always join the experimental, yes. There are some changes to the world as well, like for example, removing some of the places where you get stuck. As always, this is an open world, 42 square kilometers, right? So there is a bunch of things that we still need to iron out. So
Use the in-game form.
use the in-game form. We're going to be able to exactly pinpoint where this is happening.
Exactly. When you're stuck, use the in-game form. We will get the exact location, and we can easily fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not easily fix that, but with more ease. That's the word.
There's in 3.3 there's a bunch of technical fixes like various minor RAM usage and server performance optimizations. I talked to Johanny this morning, Johanny, our tech director, who said that tell them we're not happy. Guys, we're not happy still with some of the optimizations and server stability, for example. There are still some crashes, most of them pertaining to GPU usage, right? And that is something that we're going to be talking about when we're going to be talking about the upcoming patches, because we have plans to tackle these. So we're constantly working on improving the performance, stability, and so on. So we're not happy. Yes, we fixed various crashes, optimized the audio compression quality to reduce RAM usage as well. So that should help with the audio issues. Fixed any issues where players might get stuck on loading screen at 72%. Very specific. 72%. Reconnecting after getting kicked for an activity. Okay. Anything to share about that?
Overall, we did 101 bug fixes.
101.
101.
So that's exactly the half of the previous patch. So what happened?
3 to 1, and then we're working on some cool shit.
Okay. All right. There's a ton of UI fixes. You guys are going to be able to read all about that in the patch notes when we release them to public.
Or if you go to experimental, in the main menu there is a link to our page where you can actually read those.
All right.
Because we attached them this time to full patch list that might change still. There are some things that we didn't want to share, but most of it is on our newsletter in game on the experimental.
So
go
join
test.
experimental for the 15th time. Custom servers have received some improvements based on the feedback that we're getting from the community events.
Yes.
And now we can already start talking a little bit, only a little bit, please, about the upcoming patches, because this is the summary of patch 033, which is currently available for
Experimental.
that's right. And we are preparing other patches after that. The big reveal today is that there is a patch 034. We all knew about that one. We talked about that one. We also hinted at patch 035.
Yes.
But the big reveal is that we are planning also patch 036. And today I heard that possibly even 037 if
It will depend.
It will depend on some of the things, some of the performance and so on. I can tell you, and please don't quote me on this, because this is just like rough estimates on what these patches are going to be tackling. The patch 034 is mainly going to be focusing on bug fixes and stability. We still have a long way to go there and so on. So we really want to polish the update 03 to perfection so that we can move on to update 04. Patch 035 is going to be, or the plan is to introduce the tweaks to the night. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
A little bit.
Little bit.
I'll try. Well, one of the spread notice about this exploit that exists. I will not tell you exactly what people are doing, but basically there are ways how to gain advantage during the night, and we will be finding ways how to make that either impossible or very unpleasant to do. So
You're going to get shocked when when you do that.
no, we'll just ban you.
No. We're not
I'm
banning
joking,
it.
I'm joking.
No. Okay. Okay. So yeah, 035, the night exploits are going to be addressed. Once again, we're going to be very carefully looking for your feedback there because,
Yeah, it should be a bigger change. So the experimental will be needed.
somebody said nice kurwa.
Also, the experimental for this patch,
Ban me, daddy. What the hell?
it's gonna be a little longer because we want to take it seriously. Look for we're gonna need people with different specs playing to see that it's actually all perfectly balanced and there are no more exploits and the Dark Knight is rising.
Okay, okay. And
Maybe it
a
will.
little bit, and this is definitely not a promise, but something that we are looking into is for the patch 036 possibly introducing certain tweaks to the combat outposts and how they
Yes.
behave. We won't go into detail much because there is a possibility that these changes might appear in update 0.4.
Yeah, they might be like gameplay changes, and then the question is, are they small enough to warrant a patch, or will they be too big to warrant being a part of proper update? So it's more than just we'll put them somewhere else. Maybe, who knows?
All right.
And you'll never guess. There's gonna be experimental for that.
Well, brilliant. Guys, Jacek, since you're holding the microphone, we can move on to the Q&A because
Oh, yeah.
when we were talking, there's been a bunch of questions in the chat, and feel free to keep on asking questions because our lovely community manager Veronica is working behind the scenes and filtering all the questions here. So BX, hey BX, is asking about sound and rendering improvements and distance. Is there something?
Sun?
Sound.
Sound rendering.
Sound rendering.
Not to my knowledge. We are actively working on sound design and stuff like that. So hopefully, there will be some improvements, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be in any of the patch or 0.4.
Okay.
But oh yeah, I see one comment that I want to address.
Okay.
The black squares on the NVGs.
Yeah.
People are very adamant about that, and actually we have a hopefully we had a breakthrough today. So fix is in progress, I would say, but I don't want to promise
Which
where it's gonna be done.
Right.
But we found out that it's part of the problem is XESS, anti-aliasing method. So if you have this issue, try to switch, to FSR or DLSS, and do not for now touch XESS. And Intel, please don't kill us, but like we want our players to play, you know.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right. Same question about the audio from Master Neb Jamin. So there you go. Fix. Is there a fix for keys in Fort Nerith? This is maybe a question for Petya, more like it.
Do you mean the 3 types of keys that do not really spawn?
I'm sure that they mean those keys that don't spawn. Yes.
They do spawn.
But.
They are on the sergeants, the green berets there.
Uh-huh.
They have very low drop chance, and let us say that we have not seen many of them being picked up by the players, and we will be addressing that soon.
All right, let's leave it at that. Hey, Woodverine had a question about the NVG black box actually.
Yep.
So shout out to Woodverine. He's amazing help in the tech forums. Yeah, if you guys are struggling with, so this is,
With the
oh
NVG,
my god,
also thanks to Yoda, because he's helping us a lot with investigation, by
yes,
the way.
yes, we have really amazing like people that are helping us from the technical standpoint. But there was something really crazy. We had an all hands meeting this week on Wednesday, and Johanny actually was showing us a frightening statistic. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
With there is like 60%.
60% of users do not change the settings. Guys, like, come on, dudes. Like, I'm really sorry, but go change. If you have low performance and low spec PC, change to low. Like, we did potato mode for a reason, and you're still playing on medium, which is default.
Yeah,
So, like, go.
go.
Yeah, we expected more from the PC players.
All right, let's not let's not
This
taunt
is
the PC
actually
players.
like bewildering. I expect that from like PlayStation people like myself, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so the reason why I remember this is that if you guys are one of those people that are not changing your graphical settings, for example, and are getting bad performance and don't really want to touch it, maybe for one reason or another, maybe you're too afraid to that you're going to like ruin things, you know, visit our Discord server, find the technical forums, find people like Woodverine or Yoda and ask them. You know, it's people are not going to shame you or anything. We have a super lovely community, super helpful community. So we're going to help you find the perfect settings for you, and maybe your issues are going to be removed without you having to write a negative review on Steam and blast our asset there. Okay. Um, oh, Thai Delta is asking about Unreal Engine update 5.5 or 5.6.
Cooking.
There you go. Zero Element Gaming is asking, will there be fixes to ADS with scoped weapons?
You mean the performance wise? We're all, we're always trying to improve stuff, like trying new solutions, trying new ways to do it. I don't know what's the progress with that. We know that now in game you can drop some FPS when you are using scopes. We know this is an issue and we're actively trying to figure out solution, to fix this. But when I can
I have a perfect question for you,
Mhm.
Jacek, if you don't mind. This is from Amok Hunter 33, and he's asking, or they are asking, should I update my NVIDIA drivers now to the newest version 576.88?
Wait. Uh
Wait, hang on. We have
we had the node. We follow our Discord. That's one thing. Our amazing customer care team is always checking out, as well as QAs, always updating our drivers. But it takes us some time to validate the driver. So for now, please use if you're NVIDIA user, please use 567.80. This driver we know is stable and is good for our game.
yes. So maybe you're one driver update ahead of us.
I think you're actually on the one because they usually do like after 80. So yeah, but if you're not
576.
57680 is the way to go
All right.
for now.
This is a question. This is the reoccurring question about the lasers in YBL.
Yes.
When?
Boosted. We know.
This is, DG is going to be asking us about that in the
I
second part of the
know.
stream. So yeah.
Listen, anomalies.
Okay.
We know we don't know what's in ground zero, but we know we boosted the priority and it should come soon.
All right. Hey, here's a question for me, I guess, from Dammit Bennett. Hello, Dammit Bennett, our community leader and a fantastic content creator. TwitchCon. Are we going to TwitchCon? I'm looking at you like you don't, and
Ah.
I actually am not sure if or who is going, but we might.
I can go.
Yeah,
You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
if
let's
you
let's
need,
go.
if you need someone,
All right.
it's in Amsterdam, right?
Well, that's the European one, but there's also the
Oh
American one, you know.
no! Yeah, I can do both. To be fair.
I would prefer the Amsterdam one to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
All right. We have questions for Petya here. So Petya, we're going to use you now because your time is coming.
Oh,
You are
no.
going to be answering the questions, and then you can tell us more about the wonderful team building. So first question for you is more variety for M4s, like handguards, barrels. Also, can we get a GBRS gear in game, like Hydra? Would be super lit.
Doesn't the M4 have enough of that? Like,
Never enough.
Never enough for some
okay,
people.
we are always trying to find out what we can add to the weapons. So in 04, there probably will be something. I
Mhm.
can't tell you right now what it will be. I wouldn't expect 04 to be like, hey, we are focusing on M4 and giving you a bunch of stuff for it. Maybe a similar weapon. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, it's a valid question then. Where minigun?
I can't say that.
Then don't. Let's not. But you. Cut his mic. T Lodo is actually asking if we can be more specific about the cops. You know, if we're planning, for example, to reduce the number around the points of interest or limiting spawns somehow. Is there something that you can reveal regarding this?
It is going to be a gameplay change. We were discussing some options. I'll give you what we were like talking about. I
Mhm.
will not say what exactly we agreed on. So one of the things that came to mind was like we'll do timed response. So it will be, you will wait 20 seconds and then you will be able to respawn there. Or it will cost some resource, money, healing items, whatever. Or there will be some other change to them to make it less lucrative to spawn on them. So these were like options that we discussed. I am not in the position right now to tell you this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of a discussion within the design team and how exactly we'll do it.
Yeah, but I think it's safe to say that you guys have reached some sort of conclusion. Is that right?
We have something, we'll be testing it internally, then will go to the experimental,
Join the experimental.
and then we'll probably release it.
All right. Let's do one more question before we. Hey, nice guy is asking question. Nice guy is here. Hey, shout out to nice guy. He's a very
Hello.
nice guy.
That's true.
Oh, are we planning to making any adjustments to the loot economy? Perfect question for you.
Yes, always.
Always.
I would call the economy right now suboptimal. It's really not in a space we would like it. We would like it to be. So when it comes to scarcity of resources, the vendor stock, when it comes to the pleasure of looting, let's say, we are going to be improving that with 04. Currently, we are gathering data from what people have been looting a lot, what they'll looting less, which places see a lot of traffic, and then we will be finding out, okay, like let's say Fanny Paradise, that's a place. It's a very lucrative place with not very difficult way to get there. So you can maybe see some changes there.
Mhm.
And it's just one of the many, many, many different things that we'll be actually reviewing throughout the game.
All right. I think that yeah, this is also what Jacek was mentioning before, where the analytics come into play.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
are now we see much more. We finally feel like we see, and I dare say also with every update and with more gear and more weapons coming into the game, the looting is going to be improved with every single update.
Yeah.
Cool. One last question for you then from Jonathan O'Neill, our lovely Steam moderator, and shout out to all our moderators. You guys are helping to keep this community healthy and quite frankly awesome. The question is, When can we expect AI to start using frags, flashbangs, smokes?
Yes.
When it's ready.
When it's ready. But
When
we
it's
are
ready.
we are working on something, right?
We would like to have you fear about your covers when you meet the army. You know, they have a lot of loot chests full of those things, so maybe they could start, chugging them around sometimes. But it's a question when, and I don't know actually.
All right. That's fair.
I
That's
just imagine the mayhem in the building military base. It would be so cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of cases about that. There's a lot that can go wrong.
yeah. When is the AI going to start using the mortars, for example? I mean, like that. Look.
That's a good
All right.
idea.
Let's not traumatize Peter anymore, and
That's
let's
fine.
let's talk about something fun. So, guys, last week, and this is an annual exercise for us, we pride ourselves on organizing one of the best and most intense team building exercises ever. And this year was no exception. You guys, because our design team is actually designing the rules of the engagement and all the rules about of the game, which makes it very difficult, very different experience than a standard airsoft game, right? Because we are playing airsoft in the Czech forests. So can you tell us a little bit more about like uh, how do you guys prepare these events and what is your goal when organizing these?
In stress in a few months, and it is horrible. No, I'm joking. Well, there are a few things that we actually try to achieve when we are doing these kinds of games for our own team. We are trying to keep it in the spirit of the game itself. That's kind of something that evolved from the first one, where I can't actually tell you what we did because, well, spoilers.
Well, I mean, like we can tease something, right? Because we like we can talk about the game modes that you guys have created. It's a little bit of a teaser of what's to come, no?
Well, okay. Our game is based on a book called Roadside Picnic. So the first team building was more towards the book than the game as it was. Then the next one was more towards how we actually were developing the game itself, what the features were there. So it's a playful exercise to translate the game itself into, let's say, an airsoft game. There are a few more considerations that we do. We look at our team and we find out that not everyone wants to be chased around with a gun and end up with a lot of bruises. So we divide the game into like two segments. One is the base camps, base teams, and
The
one is the
cowards,
field team.
yes. No, no, I'm joking.
Maybe. So then it is a question of how can we make it interesting for those people who are in the field, who are sweating their asses off in the summer heat, in the military gear that they get for themselves, as you can see on the pictures.
Hmm.
That is something that was quite surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Seeing more and more people just embracing it fully. It was kind of
Well,
beautiful.
for many people, this is the first time experiencing airsoft, you know. So
Yeah.
no wonder they're falling in love with it.
The rules themselves are, well, there is the standard of like you get hit once, you raise your hand, you walk away. That most of anyone who plays airsoft, I think that is kind of the standard. The main difference that appears when we are doing these games is there is a lot of communication.
Mhm.
So usually in an airsoft game, you have your objective. Your leader tells you, "Hey, we'll hold this, we'll go there, whatever." We combine this with the base team who has their instructions and then they need to communicate those back into the field. So there is much more chaos being created.
Yeah, I mean communication is key here.
Yeah.
So we're watching you actually on the screen there, tired, I guess.
Well, maybe a little bit. So we kind of figured out for this particular one that we decided to go with cops, with the combat outpost. So we decided, okay, how will we replicate that? So we'll set up some points that they need to capture. How will we navigate them? Well, how will they know that they have arrived to the place that they have to? And we came up with an idea that we'll use a thing called RS Alpha. It is an app that allows you to set up teams and rules and give you some perks.
Is this is and correct me if I'm wrong. This is an app specifically designed for airsoft, right?
As far as we know, it is being used for airsoft, and the people with it actually sell some accessories too. So
Yeah.
it's
Just for those of you guys who have no experience with this Ares app, it really does look like the mini map that you open in the map, where you can see all the different teammates, and
Yes.
you get like orders from your HQ and so on. So very immersive, I dare say.
That was really good. So yeah, and so we set it up, and we gave the people in the base teams some, riddles and quizzes. Not quizzes. Riddles is the best way how to describe it. Difficult mental tasks, and they figured out what they do, and then they were able to modify what their team is actually seeing. So, for example, we revealed everything on the map.
Yeah, UAV support and stuff
Yes.
like that,
Or you could actually just break everyone else's game.
and jam it.
Yes, it was expensive for a reason, because we did little calculations. It was like, okay, we'll have both of them cost the same. It's 1 point each. How many points can they earn? About 10 points if they're really good. So it's the game was 120 minutes. No, 150 minutes each. So we figured, okay, it will be 100. Oh, if they are really good, they can basically keep the communication jams day in, day out, and the game would have no map at all. So we're like, okay, yeah, we need to make it a little more
Balancing
expensive.
in real life.
Yeah, it was just our usual job.
Yeah, I think that the coolest thing about this entire thing was like the fact that you guys managed to balance the way that the entire like conflict worked, because we did have all these three factions. We had Mithras, Crimson, Lamang, all starting at different places. We're watching the app right now on the
Yes,
screen.
that's it. That's it.
So and these factions had their objective to capture all these cops around the map, but there was also these guys with like the best gear ever. They were the mysterious fourth faction in the team building, and coming across those guys in the forest was like coming across like the predator. You got scared.
Those
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took some really well geared and experienced airsoft players, and we decided, okay, we'll make them into a fourth faction. Fourth faction confirmed? No, what the fuck?
Yeah,
No one said
we're,
that.
we're not gonna, we're talking about the team building here.
Exactly.
Those
So-
are the pay to win players.
Yeah, there were some complaints that they're a little unbalanced. There was someone who had a magazine for like 2,000 PB. So
Yeah, and also their guns pack a punch. It's not like the guns we got.
no, they were the same strength actually.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, we just did that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Uh-huh.
aside of the machine gun on the car.
And going full auto when we had to.
I mean,
Tease out
there,
the
there,
game.
there were small differences, minor balance.
Yeah, minor inconvenience.
Well, can you talk a little bit more about this big surprise that we were not aware of, that caught us by surprise when the armored truck with the 50 cal on top actually arrived to the battlefield and we were supposed to take it out?
Yeah, when we were organizing it, there was like an offer from the company that gave us the guns and everything. It was like, hey, we'll lend you a car with a crew, and we were like, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it was.
So we decided to take that. And I think the best part of this secret thing was when the guy started mounting the gun on top when everyone was eating lunch, and you could see people just glancing there and be like, why are those people preparing in full gear and putting on the glasses? And why is there a gun on the car?
And then there was a rumor that the gun has paintball instead of this, which made it even scarier.
We did not spread that rumor, by the way.
No, it kind of came out of nowhere. It was just, scary thing to see. Basically, four dudes jumping into the car, and then Roman in his Scottish outfit just hanging around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a paintball gun. It's just a normal, regular airsoft gun. Just big.
Yeah. Well, and when the event was over, these guys were kind enough also to drive with us in the car, mounted in the big tower, and shooting at targets. So I will say I have said it multiple times, but I will say it now in front of all these lovely people. Wonderful job,
Yeah.
like you
Thank you,
really
thank you.
really and like this, the purpose of this entire thing is to build the team, and I think that we achieved that, right? Like nothing connects people like being under fire, even if it's just bbs, and not live ammunition. So thank you for that. I will just add, if you guys would love to participate in these events with us, you can do that by navigating to the careers page on the madfingergames.com and checking out open positions. Join the team, and you will get your chance to shoot at us.
That is true.
Devs versus players.
All right. Well, we do have a bunch of airsoft and very experienced airsoft players in our community. So
And let's get the helicopter guy.
helicopter guys, yeah, sure. Okay, so what's the time? We have 5 minutes. So okay, Petya, we don't want to keep you. So there's a couple of last minute questions.
I have time.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we have a bunch of questions. So 556 MCX when?
That's a good question. I don't know, but we know that it's possible. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Dominic, when he was here, this is our weapons guy. He promised that at some point you will be able to assemble your dream MCX with the 556. So yes.
Yeah. So
Side scopes when?
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
All right, but some work is happening.
We know they're very requested feature.
Yes.
So we'll see when we will be able to do them.
This is a good question from Left Food. Have all the hidden tasks been found?
As far as I know, people are very aware what the hidden tasks are.
Mhm.
So I think so.
We can check the analytics.
We can,
for that, yeah.
but the thing is, were they found by some player or were they found and become known to the community as a whole? I think that's the more important part.
Yeah, I think that like a standard player that doesn't really check like all the info online and so on is not probably going to come across these very easily,
Yeah.
But this is where the community comes in, and this is why we love it.
I might tease here a little of 04.
We'll go ahead.
We might be doing a little help you figure out if you have done everything.
Right.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we do.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. This is like for the completionists. We're going to introduce your biggest gift / nightmare, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. I would really love to thank you for taking the time, because once again we're doing these streams of ours. So every time these people hang out with us here, it's in their free time. So I really appreciate it. And once again, thank you for a wonderful team building experience. Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. All right, Jacek, I will ask. Oh no! Thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. You said you have time, so you're going to watch some cool things now. We do have community corner once again with community screenshots and community clip. So this is from Eagle Eye. This is like any good briefing before a mission.
I'm sorry, I'm old. I need to be squatting.
Yes. And
That's good stuff.
everybody's drinking here. Yes, wonderful.
That's how team building looks.
Oh, this is a cross with Silent Hill. Yes.
Is that the Photoshop?
No, it's
One face.
it's an unfortunate.
Oh,
This is, I would say this is a fortunate bug, not an unfortunate one.
that's good stuff.
Yeah.
But in 3.3 it should be fixed.
That's pretty.
This is
That is
this is
pretty-
from Southpaw, one of our mods. I mean, like images like this always seem like they're too good to be true, but
This is what happens when you check your settings and balance with your PC, guys. You know.
yes,
That's
those
true.
60% of you guys.
Oh, stream is laggy.
Okay, this is a winner actually. Flute, is that right? This is a contest winner. We're running contests with the community screenshots and community clips on our Discord server once again. So if you'd like to participate, you can actually win yourself some in-game stuff. And the other winner is Pulpin. This is
That could have been painful.
well, there you go. Dick jokes, as always, very popular. And finally, we have the
Okay,
clip.
get right below me. I'm
Oh,
trusting
you
my
hit
live
him
view.
right in the noggin.
Stand right, a little more forward. Yeah, right about there. All right. Oh, you bitch!
This is a little bit of a teaser of what to expect in the second part of the stream, where we're going to be playing Gray Zone Warfare and answering your questions together with DG and Lead Farmer. These guys are wonderful community leaders. I call them like a Laurel and Hardy of the Gray Zone Warfare community a little bit. They're hilarious, so we're going to have fun. Petya, thank you so much.
you.
Jacek, you can move on and link up together with the team, build a squad, and in the meantime, I can do a few shout outs here. Who do we have here? We have Heap. Hey Heap. Who do we have here? Sniperish. Pulpin is here as well. BX I already mentioned. Type Deep is here. Yeah.